Welcome back, coin master lovers and treasure hunters from all around the world. Today, we're going deep into the story of a coin that most people overlook every single day. A coin that sits in your pocket, jingles in your drawer, maybe even lost in your couch cushions right now. But what if I told you that this small, humble coin, the 1980p Roosevelt dime, could actually be worth up to $45,000 in the current collector's market? Yes, you heard that right. $45,000. For a 10-cent piece. Now grab your favorite drink, settle in, because this is not just any ordinary story. This is the captivating tale of the 1980p Liberty One dime, a coin embedded with American history, mystery, and major money value. And remember, we're going live, so let's flood the chat with fire emojis if you're ready to uncover the next $1 million pocket find. Let's rewind time. The year is 1980. Ronald Reagan is about to take the presidency. The Cold War tensions are high. Inflation is shaking the economy, and disco is slowly dying. But while the world was spinning fast, the U.S. Mint was hard at work, striking millions of Roosevelt dimes in Philadelphia. And one of those dimes, minted with the letter P under the year, would go on to become one of the most sought-after dimes in American coinage. The Roosevelt dime has been a part of American pockets since 1946, introduced just months after President Franklin D. Roosevelt passed away. His face was chosen for the 10-cent piece not only to honor his leadership through the Great Depression and World War II, but also for his fight against polio, a disease he battled most of his life. In fact, the March of Dimes Foundation, which helped fund polio research, was partially inspired by him, making the Roosevelt dime more than just money, but a tribute to a national legacy. Now fast forward to 1980, the Philadelphia Mint struck over 735 million Roosevelt dimes that year. But here's the kicker: despite the huge mintage, there are extremely rare examples that stand out because of special errors, pristine condition, and uncirculated brilliance. These error coins, double dies, off-center strikes, missing mint marks, and ultra-high-grade dimes, can go for shocking amounts at auction. One particular 1980p Roosevelt dime in nearly perfect condition graded MS-68 full bands by PCGS was recently valued close to $45,000. That's right. A dime that you could have picked up in 1980 from your change after buying a soda, now worth enough to buy a brand new car or put a down payment on a house. But why is it worth so much? Let me break it down. First, rarity of condition. Most dimes from 1980 have been in circulation for decades. That means wear and tear, scratches, nicks, and fading. But finding a 1980p dime in mint state, especially MS-67 or MS-68 with full torch or full bands, meaning the lines in the torch on the reverse are fully visible and sharply struck, is extremely rare. Only a handful of those are known to exist today. And collectors will pay big money to get their hands on them. Second, error coins. Some 1980p Roosevelt dimes were struck with striking mistakes that slipped past inspection. We're talking about double die obverse, clipped planchets, die breaks, or even no ridge edge strikes. These minting errors can boost the coin's value from 10 cents to thousands in the blink of an eye. One dime with a severe die crack across Roosevelt's face sold for over $9,000. Another with a perfect off-center strike fetched nearly $11,000. And the list goes on. Third, collector demand. As more and more people dive into coin collecting thanks to viral videos, coin hunting TikToks, and YouTube bangers like this one, the demand for rare coins has exploded. This isn't your grandfather's hobby anymore. Millennials and Gen Z are entering the scene, hunting for rare pennies, nickels, and yes, Roosevelt dimes. And the 1980p dime is on fire right now. Now let's talk design. On the obverse side, you have the strong, dignified profile of President Roosevelt, facing left. The words Liberty curve across the left edge. Just beneath his chin, you'll find the phrase "I in God we trust," a powerful nod to America's enduring faith and patriotism. The date 1980 is etched clearly at the bottom right. And right next to it? The mint mark P, identifying that this coin was minted in Philadelphia. Flip to the reverse side, and you'll see a symbolic masterpiece. The central torch represents liberty. On its left, an olive branch for peace. On the right, an oak branch for strength and independence. Wrapping around them, the words United States of America and the proud motto E pluribus unum, which means, out of many, one. And of course, at the bottom, the denomination that fools so many into thinking this coin is ordinary, 1 dime. But this is anything but ordinary. Let me ask you right now, have you checked your pocket change lately? Your piggy bank? That old coin jar on your kitchen shelf? Because that 1980p Roosevelt dime might be sitting there, just waiting to be discovered. And if it's in mint state, we're talking shiny, uncirculated, sharp detail, no scratches, you could be holding a piece worth tens of thousands of dollars. Let's talk recent market value. Right now in 2025, top auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers have seen these 1980p dimes in ultra-high grades hit prices up to $45,000. Private collectors and dealers on eBay, Great Collections, and CoinZip are offering thousands for near-perfect specimens. The market is hot, especially for dimes with flawless luster, clean fields, and strong reverse bands. If you find a dime that checks all these boxes, it's like striking silver in the modern gold rush. So how do you know if you have a valuable one? Step 1. Pull out your 1980p dimes. Step 2. Examine them under a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Look for full bands on the reverse torch. The horizontal lines should be sharp and complete. Step 3. Check for errors. Is the mint mark missing? Is the strike off center? Any signs of doubling on the date or letters? Step 4. If you suspect it's rare, don't clean it. Never clean a coin. Send it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. That official grade can mean the difference between $10 and $10,000. And if you're lucky enough to find one in mint state 68 or better, you could be sitting on $45,000 right now. Let's take a moment and think about the journey of this tiny coin. Born in 1980 at the Philadelphia Mint. Passed through cash registers, vending machines, school lunch counters. Forgotten in glove compartments and dusty coin jars. And now, it's becoming a symbol of hidden fortune and numismatic magic. That's what makes coin collecting so thrilling. It's history you can hold. It's treasure hiding in plain sight. And you could be the next person to uncover a once-in-a-lifetime coin. So before we wrap up this epic deep dive, I want you to go check your change after this stream. Dig through your drawers. Call your grandma. Search your piggy banks. Because the 1980p Roosevelt dime might just be your ticket to a $45,000 payday. If you enjoyed this live video, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more rare coin breakdowns, and share this stream with every collector you know. Let's make the world aware of this amazing coin. Until next time, keep collecting, keep believing, and never underestimate the value of the coins in your hand. This is your host signing off from Coins Master Live, where every dime could be worth a fortune. Now let's hit the chat. Who's got 1980p dimes at home? Drop your comments now. Today's mind-blowing YouTube Live event, where we're diving deep into one of the most surprising and valuable coins hiding right under our noses, the 1988 Liberty 1 dime. That's right, the tiny 10-cent coin that most of us have probably spent without a second thought could actually be worth a staggering $45,000. Yes, you heard that right, $45,000 for a single dime. So if you've got a coin jar collecting dust or loose change tucked away in your car, stay glued to this live video. You could literally be sitting on a goldmine. Let's begin this incredible journey into the history, value, and mystery of the 1988 Roosevelt dime, a coin that has become the center of attention for collectors, investors, and treasure hunters alike. The 1988 Roosevelt dime was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the main coin-producing facilities of the United States Mint. Each dime from Denver carries a small D mint mark, usually found to the left of the torch on the reverse side, right between the olive branch and oak branch. But what makes this specific coin so incredibly special? Why is one 10-cent coin commanding attention like it's a rare artifact from a forgotten empire? To understand that, we need to rewind history back to 1946. That's the year the United States introduced the Roosevelt dime in honor of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had passed away the previous year. He wasn't just a beloved leader who guided the country through the Great Depression and World War II. Roosevelt was also instrumental in founding the March of Dimes, a campaign to combat polio. So it only made sense that the 10-cent coin, the dime, would become the lasting tribute to his legacy. The Roosevelt dime has been in continuous circulation since 1946, but over the decades, certain years and certain mints have produced varieties and errors that collectors dream of finding. One such year is 1988. Specifically, the 1988 D-Dime. Let's talk mintage. In 1988, the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of dimes. Most of them are standard and worth face value. But here's where things get interesting. A tiny handful of these dimes had anomalies, rare mint errors, die varieties, and conditions that make them ultra-valuable in today's market. These rare dimes are not your average pocket change. These are the dimes that fetch thousands of dollars at auctions, coin shows, and among private collectors. One example of a valuable 1988 D Roosevelt dime is a coin in pristine, uncirculated condition, what collectors call mint state, usually graded MS65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. When a coin is in perfect condition, with its original luster, no scratches, and a crisp, bold strike, it becomes highly desirable. Some examples of the 1988 D-Dime in mint state 68 or higher have sold for thousands of dollars. But beyond condition, certain 1988 D-Dimes are worth even more because of errors. Yes, you heard right, mistakes make money in the coin world. These include misstruck coins, off-center strikes, double dies, wrong planchet errors, and missing clad layers. A known example of an error 1988 D Roosevelt dime includes a rare off-metal strike, where the dime was struck on a planchet meant for a different denomination, like a penny or foreign coin. These mistakes are so rare they can skyrocket the value of a 10-cent coin into the thousands, and in one reported case, even upwards of $45,000. Let's talk about what that means for you. This isn't just a coin that belongs in the vaults of elite collectors. This is a coin that could be lying in your kitchen drawer right now. That's what makes this story so exciting. You don't have to be a millionaire or a numismatic expert to strike it rich. You just need to know what to look for. Now imagine this. You go through your spare change and suddenly, you find a shiny little dime. It's a 1988 D. At first glance, it looks normal. But as you hold it up to the light, you notice something unusual. Maybe the rim looks off. Maybe the lettering is doubled. Maybe the color is different. You send it in for grading, and a few weeks later, the result comes back. Mint state 68 with a rare error. Estimated value, $45,000. That is not a dream. That is the real possibility hidden inside your everyday coins. Let's take a moment and talk about the auction houses and collectors driving up the value of these coins. Places like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers have seen explosive bidding wars for rare Roosevelt dimes. The rarest examples have drawn intense interest from wealthy collectors who want the most unique pieces in their portfolio. The demand for these coins is real and rising, especially as more people enter the world of coin collecting through YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and online marketplaces. And here's the twist. As more collectors look for these hidden gems, the supply becomes smaller. The rare coins are being scooped up, slabbed, and stored away. That drives the price even higher. So the longer you wait to search your coins, the less likely you are to find one of these elusive treasures. This is your moment. The time to act is now. So what exactly should you look for in your 1988 D Liberty 1 dime? Here's a checklist. First, find the D mint mark on the reverse. To confirm it's from the Denver Mint, inspect the coin's surface under a magnifying glass or microscope. Look for doubling on letters or numbers, especially the date, or "In God We Trust." Check for misalignment, off-center striking, or extra thick rims. Notice any color differences that could indicate a missing clad layer. Weigh the coin if possible. Errors sometimes affect the weight. Finally, if you suspect something unique, send it to PCGS or NGC for grading. Even if your coin doesn't have a major error, if it's in exceptional condition, we're talking full torch, brilliant uncirculated luster, it can still fetch hundreds or thousands. Every single detail matters when you're talking about potentially life-changing value from something most people overlook. Let me say that again. A coin worth 10 cents could actually be worth $45,000. That's like turning a drop of water into a river of wealth. This is why people all over the country are now raiding their old coin jars, checking the coins they receive at the grocery store, scanning flea markets, and even asking friends and family to hand over old change. The Roosevelt dime might just be the ultimate hidden treasure of our time. So, my friends, whether you're a casual collector, a serious numismatist, or someone just looking for a little adventure and luck, this is your wake-up call. The 1988 Liberty One dime is not just history. It's money in motion. It's mystery in your hand. It's a story waiting to be discovered, and possibly your ticket to fortune. If you're enjoying this live stream, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more rare coin reveals, and comment below if you've ever found a rare Roosevelt dime. Who knows, maybe you've got the next big discovery. Don't forget to share this video with your family and friends. Because every time you let a coin slip through your fingers without checking it, you could be losing tens of thousands of dollars. You don't want to be that person who hears about a $45,000 dime after spending one just like it at a gas station. Start checking your coins today. Because treasure doesn't always come in gold bars and pirate ships. Sometimes it comes in a small, silver-colored coin you've been carrying in your pocket all along. This is Coins Master Live, and I'll be back soon with even more discoveries that could change your life. Until next time, keep collecting, keep dreaming, and keep digging for that dime that might just be worth a fortune. Today, we're going deep into the world of a seemingly ordinary United States coin that might just change your life. So don't blink, don't skip, and whatever you do, don't click away, because we're talking about the rare and highly valuable 1995 Roosevelt dime, the Liberty One dime that's been shocking collectors with its surprising $45,000 market value. Let's dive right in. This isn't just another coin. The 1995 Roosevelt dime might look like your everyday 10-cent peak, a small silver-colored coin bearing the iconic face of Franklin Delano Roosevelt on the front, but this dime has a story, a history. And for some incredibly lucky collectors, it's delivered life-changing value. Let's rewind the clock. The year is 1995. The United States Mint in Philadelphia is in full swing, producing millions of coins to support the American economy. That includes billions of pennies, millions of nickels, countless quarters, and of course, the dime, the smallest yet one of the most significant denominations in American currency. At the heart of that year's production was the Roosevelt dime, proudly minted with the P mint mark, signifying the Philadelphia Mint. Now here's where it gets interesting. While over 1 billion dimes were minted in 1995 across all U.S. mints, not all of them were created equal. Some of these coins, and only a rare few, were struck with extraordinary errors, minting anomalies, or incredible preservation conditions that made them stand out from the rest. Those special coins, often hiding undetected for decades, have become hot targets in the numismatic world. Imagine this: a 1995 Roosevelt dime, just like the one you might have in your hand right now, has been reported to fetch up to $45,000 in today's collector's market. That's right, $45,000. All for a coin most people ignore, toss around, or even drop on the sidewalk without a second thought. Now you're probably asking, what makes a 1995 Roosevelt dime so valuable? First, let's talk about its design. On the obverse, that's the front, you have the bold image of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. His profile faces left, and right beside his image are the words, Liberty and In God We Trust. Just below his neck is the date, 1995. And to the right of that, a small letter P, the mint mark for Philadelphia. Turn the coin over, and you see the reverse, the back, featuring a torch in the center, symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch for peace on the left and an oak branch for strength on the right. The words, United States of America, circle the top with one dime, boldly at the bottom, and E pluribus unum, in between, Latin for out of many one. A beautiful design, yes. But it's not just the look that gives this dime its power. It's the story behind certain rare examples. Some 1995p dimes were struck with errors, doubled dies, off-center strikes, weak strikes, or misaligned dies. These are factory mistakes, tiny anomalies that occurred during minting, but in the world of rare coins, those mistakes can mean everything. Combine a rare error with a coin in nearly perfect condition, graded MS68 or higher, and boom, you've got yourself a jackpot. And it's not just errors. The condition of the coin is everything. Coins that were perfectly preserved, no scratches, no wear, no damage, are graded by professional coin grading services and receive incredibly high grades like MS67, MS68, or even MS69. These coins are the unicorns of the coin world. They are flawless examples of U.S. Mint craftsmanship. One such coin, a 1995p Roosevelt dime, certified in pristine condition by PCGS or NGC, with a known minting anomaly, sold at auction for a mind-blowing $45,000. Yes, a dime turning into a down payment on a house, a new car, or even a luxury vacation. That's the power of coin collecting. But wait, how do you know if you have the $45,000 dime? Here's what you need to do. Grab your 1995 Roosevelt dimes, especially those with a PE mint mark, and start examining them. Look closely at the lettering on the front. Is there any doubling in God we trust? Or liberty? That could be a doubled die, a rare and desirable mint error. Next, check the edges. Are they smooth? Do they have full ridges? Any signs of off-center striking or missing details? Now inspect the reverse. Are the letters in United States of America? Or one dime, perfectly struck, or are they slightly tilted, missing, or shadowed? That could be a sign of a misaligned die or weak strike, also highly collectible. Once you find something that seems out of the ordinary, it's time to get it graded. Don't clean it. Don't scratch it. Don't even try to rub off the dirt. Send it directly to a reputable grading service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. A high grade like MS68, or higher combined with an error, is what makes this coin a serious goldmine. Now let's talk about the circulation history of the Roosevelt dime. The Roosevelt dime has been a fixture of American coinage since 1946. It was introduced to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a leader beloved for his strength through the Great Depression and World War II, and for his role in founding the March of Dimes, which helped fight polio. That connection between Roosevelt and the dime, both in symbolism and size, is a beautiful tribute. And since 1946, these dimes have been struck in copper-nickel clad, replacing the silver versions that came before. So the 1995p Roosevelt dime is part of this long-standing tradition, but what makes it stand out is the mystery, the anomaly, and the excitement around what might be hiding in plain sight. Coin collectors all over the world are on the hunt for these rare 1995p examples. Online forums are buzzing, coin shows are featuring them in cases under glass, and collectors are bidding tens of thousands of dollars just to own one. The hype is real, and it's happening right now. And remember, you don't need to be a professional coin dealer to strike it rich. You just need to look. So before you spend that dime on a soda or toss it into a coin jar, pause. Check it. Examine it under light. Use a magnifying glass. You could be holding one of the most valuable dimes in modern American history, a coin worth up to $45,000 and climbing in value. And with market trends showing increased interest in Roosevelt dimes, especially rare date and mint combinations like the 1995p, now is the time to act. The demand is growing, the supply is limited, and the values are going up fast. It's a collector's dream and a treasure hunter's fantasy, all packed into a coin that weighs just 2.27 grams. So the next time you get change at a store, don't just walk away. Look at those dimes. Search for that 1995p. Because it could be more than 10 cents. It could be your $45,000 ticket. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining this live session. If you're enjoying the treasure hunt, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Coins Master, and turn on all notifications so you never miss a coin that could change your life. We're uncovering coins worth tens of thousands, even millions, all while educating collectors across the world. And if you've found a 1995 P. Roosevelt dime or any coin with strange features or high-grade shine, let us know in the live chat or comment section. We'd love to feature your find in our next video. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and remember, every coin has a story. Yours might just be worth a fortune. This is Coins Master signing off with another hidden treasure uncovered. Let's make change worth something.